Hello, I'm Essay, your AI essayist. Please note that all content, audio and video in this presentation are AI generated. As AI can sometimes produce inaccuracies, I encourage you to verify any factual information presented. With that in mind, let's begin.
Eiji Yoshikawa is a monumental figure in Japanese literature. His name associated with the popularization of historical narratives. He transformed figures of the past into vibrant, accessible characters for wide audiences. His serialized novels, filled with samurai, lords, and legendary battles, captivated the nation and ignited a passion for history. To understand Yoshikawa's impact, one must consider his early life, his formative experiences, and the literary landscape he entered. Born in 1892 in Kanagawa Prefecture, Yoshikawa's early years were marked by privilege and hardship. His family, initially prosperous as merchants, experienced a significant decline in fortune during his childhood. This early exposure to economic instability instilled in him resilience and a keen awareness of social disparities, themes that would later weave their way into his narratives. Formal education concluded prematurely when he was 11, compelling him to seek employment to support his family. He worked various jobs, including stints at a lacquer shop and a bank, before eventually finding his way to Yokohama docks. This period of diverse labor proved formative. It exposed him to a cross-section of society, from laborers and artisans to merchants and travelers. He absorbed their stories, their struggles, and their dreams, developing a deep understanding of the human condition that would inform his character development. Simultaneously, he cultivated his literary aspirations. He immersed himself in classic Japanese literature, devoured contemporary novels, and began experimenting with his own writing. Yoshikawa's initial forays into the literary world were challenging. He encountered many refusals and worked to discover his individual expression. He began by composing brief narratives and verses, frequently mirroring the techniques of well-known writers. These preliminary pieces showed potential, yet they awaited the individuality that would subsequently characterize his approach. He participated in writing competitions, anticipating acknowledgement, but triumph remained out of reach. A crucial juncture occurred when he became part of a newspaper organization. This offered a consistent salary and, significantly, exposure to a larger readership. He started producing articles and serialized narratives, refining his abilities and exploring various categories. During this period, he perceived the possibilities within historical narratives. Before Yoshikawa, historical narratives were present in Japan, though their attraction was somewhat constrained. A significant portion of it targeted an academic demographic, immersed in scholarly specifics and composed in a formal, frequently impenetrable manner. Widely known historical accounts existed mainly as spoken traditions, kabuki performances, and jewelry puppet shows. These formats, while captivating, frequently presented greatly idealized and exaggerated depictions of past occurrences, emphasizing spectacle over detailed character growth or historical precision. Comprehensibility presented a considerable challenge. The language employed in numerous historical documents was antiquated, demanding specialized understanding for complete comprehension. The concentration frequently remained on expansive accounts of conflicts and political machinations, leaving the existences and motivations of average individuals largely unexamined. Yoshikawa identified an opportunity to connect history with a broad audience through engaging and informative methods. He started examining historical themes within his serialized newspaper stories. These initial works functioned as essential developmental stages. They enabled him to test various narrative approaches, cultivate his distinctive method of integrating historical truth with fictional details, and assess public interest in historical topics. These early pieces featured narratives of less prominent historical individuals and occurrences, which facilitated his skilled development free from the demands of adapting widely recognized stories. The response to these initial historical narratives was varied yet positive. Readers valued the approachability of his writing and his talent for animating historical characters. Certain critics raised concerns regarding the historical precision of his depictions and advised against excessive fictionalization. Yoshikawa considered this critique carefully, acknowledging the significance of harmonizing historical validity with narrative lore. He initiated a phase of thorough investigation, immersing himself in historical records, biographies, and folklore, aiming to anchor his stories in a firm base of historical reality. This era of experimentation and improvement established the foundation for his subsequent successes. He mastered the art of constructing complex plots, crafting captivating characters, and generating a sense of historical setting. He cultivated a narrative tone that was both reliable and captivating, capable of securing the focus of a diverse readership. He grasped the significance of pacing, building anticipation, and delivering instances of emotional impact. His aspiration expanded. He envisioned creating grand historical epics that would capture the sweep of Japanese history and bring its most iconic figures to life. He sought to create characters that were both heroic and human, flawed and relatable. He aimed to explore the complexities of human nature, the challenges of leadership, and the enduring power of the human spirit. The stage was set for his breakthrough. The culmination of Yoshikawa's early endeavors arrived with Musashi, serialized from 1935 to 1939. The format itself, a protracted unfolding of the narrative in daily installments, proved instrumental in cultivating a vast and devoted readership. This method of publication fostered an intimate connection between the author and the audience, allowing readers to experience Musashi's journey in near real time, eagerly anticipating each new development in the swordsman's life. The serialized nature of the story contributed significantly to its widespread appeal, transforming it into a cultural phenomenon that transcended social strata. Yoshikawa's masterstroke lay in his reimagining of Miyamoto Musashi. Earlier portrayals often depicted him as an almost mythical figure, a peerless warrior untouched by human frailty. Yoshikawa presented a Musashi grounded in reality, a man wrestling with inner demons, striving for self-perfection, and grappling with the moral complexities of his violent existence. This Musashi was ambitious, driven, and flawed, a departure from the idealized versions of the past. Yoshikawa carefully selected aspects of Musashi's life to emphasize, focusing on his early years as a raw, undisciplined youth, his relentless pursuit of martial mastery, and his gradual transformation from a wandering swordsman into a philosopher warrior. He highlighted Musashi's struggles with ego, his moments of doubt and vulnerability, and his eventual realization that true strength lay in more than mere swordsmanship. This emphasis on Musashi's personal growth and moral evolution resonated powerfully with the Japanese public facing its own set of challenges. The pre-war period in Japan involved intense social and political upheaval. The nation modernized rapidly, addressed Western influences, and defined its place in the world. Amidst this turmoil, Yoshikawa's Musashi offered a compelling narrative of self-discovery, discipline, and national pride. Musashi's journey from a brash young man to a disciplined warrior mirrored the nation's aspirations for strength and self-improvement. The themes of perseverance, self-reliance, and dedication to a higher purpose resonated with a population eager for guidance and inspiration. Yoshikawa skillfully addressed the challenge of rendering a distant historical figure accessible and relevant to a contemporary audience. He achieved this through vivid prose, meticulous attention to detail, and the ability to create characters that felt authentically human. He rendered the world of feudal Japan with richness and complexity that transported readers to another time and place. He infused his narrative with drama, suspense, and emotional depth that kept readers captivated from beginning to end. The narrative style Yoshikawa employed in Musashi contributed to its success. He blended historical fact with fictional invention, creating a narrative that was informative and entertaining. He employed a conversational tone, addressing the reader directly and inviting them to share in Musashi's journey. He used vivid imagery and descriptive language to bring the world of feudal Japan to life. He masterfully built suspense, creating cliffhangers that left readers eagerly anticipating the next installment. The reception of Musashi was immediate and overwhelming. The serialization captivated the nation, transforming Yoshikawa into a literary sensation. The novel's popularity extended across social boundaries, attracting readers from every part of society. It initiated a revitalized interest in Japanese history and martial arts. It solidified Yoshikawa's standing as a prominent historical novelist of his era. The effect of Musashi on Yoshikawa's career was revolutionary. It propelled him to nationwide renown and confirmed his position as a significant literary figure. It furnished him with the economic stability to chase his writing goals without limitation. It unlocked avenues to fresh prospects, encompassing film versions, stage shows, and translations into other languages. Historical fiction's appeal in Japan saw a considerable increase following Musashi. Yoshikawa's triumph illustrated the genre's capability to involve a broad readership and to examine intricate subjects of history, identity, and national essence. His work motivated a fresh wave of historical novelists who aimed to imitate his manner and to expand upon his accomplishments. Japanese literature's structure was permanently changed by Musashi's influence. Yoshikawa's storytelling skill enthralled the public. Yoshikawa's method for historical fiction involved a subtle equilibrium. He aimed to develop persuasive stories that connected with a contemporary audience while also honoring the historical documentation. His method involved careful selection and interpretation of historical sources, combined with a willingness to enhance the dramatic impact and emotional resonance of his stories. His engagement with historical sources was extensive. He immersed himself in primary accounts, chronicles, biographies, and other documents relevant to the periods and figures he wrote about. He drew upon these sources to establish a foundation of historical accuracy, ensuring that his narratives were grounded in verifiable facts and events. This meticulous research lent credibility to his fictional portrayals, allowing readers to feel confident in the authenticity of the historical backdrop against which his stories unfolded. Yoshikawa believed that the role of fiction was to bring history to life, to make it accessible and engaging for a contemporary readership. This required a degree of creative license, a willingness to fill in the gaps in the historical record, and to imagine the thoughts, feelings, and motivations of historical figures. He saw himself as an interpreter of history, translating the past into a language that could be understood and appreciated by a modern audience. His philosophy regarding the role of fiction in interpreting history was rooted in a belief that historical figures were, at their core, human beings with relatable emotions and experiences. He sought to strip away the layers of myth and legend that had accumulated around these figures over time, revealing the individuals beneath. He wanted readers to connect with them on a personal level, to understand their motivations, and to empathize with their struggles. This approach often involved embellishing historical accounts, adding fictional details, and creating dialogue that captured the essence of the characters he was portraying. He embraced inventing scenes or events that were undocumented in the historical record, provided they aligned with existing knowledge of the period and the characters. He believed that these fictional additions could enhance the reader's understanding of the historical context and provide a deeper insight into the minds of the historical figures. Yoshikawa intended to illuminate history. He believed fiction could serve as a powerful tool for historical understanding, allowing readers to engage with the past in a more meaningful and emotional way. He saw himself as a bridge between the past and the present, connecting modern readers with the lives and experiences of those who came before them. He aimed to create stories that were both entertaining and educational, inspiring readers to learn more about history and to appreciate the complexities of the human experience. Ethical considerations of fictionalizing historical events and figures are significant, particularly in the context of a nation grappling with its identity and its historical narrative. Yoshikawa's work raises important questions about the responsibility of historical novelists to balance the demands of storytelling with the need for historical accuracy. It prompts reflection on the potential impact of fictional portrayals on public perceptions of history and on the ways in which national identity is constructed and maintained. One concern involves the potential for historical fiction to perpetuate inaccuracies or to reinforce existing biases. Fictional narratives presented as factual accounts can mislead readers and contribute to a distorted understanding of the past. This is particularly problematic when dealing with sensitive or controversial historical events, where fictional portrayals can exacerbate existing tensions and divisions. Another concern involves the potential for historical fiction to exploit or misrepresent the experiences of marginalized groups. Fictional narratives employed to silence or erase the voices of those who have been historically excluded can perpetuate injustice and reinforce existing power structures. It is crucial for historical novelists to be aware of these potential pitfalls and to strive for accuracy and sensitivity in their portrayals of the past. Yoshikawa was aware of these ethical considerations. He acknowledged the potential for historical fiction to be misused, and he emphasized the importance of responsible storytelling. He believed historical novelists had a duty to respect the historical record and to avoid deliberately distorting or misrepresenting the past. He recognized the need to be sensitive to the experiences of marginalized groups and to avoid perpetuating harmful stereotypes. Yoshikawa argued that historical novelists should have freedom beyond overly rigid adherence to historical accuracy. He believed the goal of historical fiction was to interpret the past. Fictional narratives could offer unique insights into the past, exploring the complexities of human motivation and the nuances of historical events in ways factual accounts were unable to achieve. He saw the role of the historical novelist as akin to that of a historian, but with a different set of tools and a different set of objectives. Historians are primarily concerned with establishing the facts of the past, while historical novelists are primarily concerned with creating compelling narratives that resonate with a modern audience. Both historians and historical novelists have a responsibility to be accurate and responsible in their portrayals of the past, approaching this task from different perspectives and with different goals in mind. Yoshikawa's approach to historical fiction reflected a deep understanding of the complexities of history and the power of storytelling. He recognized the potential for historical fiction to be both a force for good and a force for harm. He strived to create narratives that were both entertaining and educational, inspiring readers to learn more about history and to appreciate the richness and diversity of the human experience. His legacy as a historical novelist is inextricably linked to his thoughtful and nuanced approach to the ethical considerations of fictionalizing the past. Yoshikawa's commitment to responsible historical fiction was matched by an equally strong commitment to accessibility. He understood that the power of storytelling lay in its ability to reach a wide audience, to ignite the imagination of readers from all walks of life. His writing style, therefore, became a crucial element in his project of popularizing history, transforming potentially dry and academic subjects into engaging and compelling narratives. He achieved this through carefully crafted dialogue, skillful pacing, and nuanced character development, all harmonizing to immerse readers in his story's world. Dialogue in Yoshikawa's hands became a window into the minds and hearts of his characters, revealing their motivations, fears, and hopes. He possessed an uncanny ability to capture the rhythms and nuances of everyday speech, imbuing his characters with authenticity and immediacy. Conversations flowed naturally, mirroring actual human communication, complete with interruptions, digressions, and subtle tonal shifts. This realism made his characters relatable. Even during extraordinary events, readers invested in their fates, eager for their next words and actions. Yoshikawa understood pacing's importance in maintaining reader engagement. He masterfully varied his narrative's tempo, alternating between intense action and quiet reflection. Battles were described with vivid detail and breathless energy, placing the reader in the conflict's midst. These high-octane sequences were tempered by introspection, where characters grappled with the moral and emotional consequences of their actions. This ebb and flow kept readers engaged, anticipating the next dramatic turn. Yoshikawa's character development further enhanced his work's accessibility. He presented characters with complex motivations and internal conflicts, avoiding simplistic portrayals. Figures who might appear antagonistic were given moments of vulnerability and humanity, inviting readers to understand their perspectives. This thorough characterization enabled readers to form personal connections with the characters, encouraging empathy and comprehension. Readers found echoes of their own experiences in these characters, acknowledging their personal challenges and successes. Converting potentially uninteresting historical material into captivating narratives presents a constant challenge for historical novelists. History, as frequently presented in academic works, can be complex and replete with detailed information that may appear unimportant to the typical reader. Yoshikawa addressed this by emphasizing the human aspect, portraying historical figures as complete individuals with whom readers could identify. He expertly integrated historical details into his narratives, offering context and depth while avoiding overwhelming the reader with excessive data. He presented history as a narrative concerning individuals, their decisions, and their outcomes. Yoshikawa's skill in developing compelling narratives from historical sources distinguished him from numerous contemporaries. Other popular writers of his era may have emphasized sensationalism or romanticized depictions of the past, but Yoshikawa upheld a dedication to historical precision and intellectual thoroughness. He acknowledged the significance of basing his stories on thorough research, guaranteeing that his representations of historical events and figures aligned with the available evidence. He also appreciated the necessity of balancing historical accuracy with the requirements of storytelling, carefully employing fictional elements to complete gaps in the historical record and to amplify the dramatic effect of his narratives. Some writers prioritized entertainment above all else, occasionally compromising historical accuracy for the sake of an engaging story. Yoshikawa, conversely, aimed to achieve equilibrium between entertainment and education, producing works that were both pleasurable to read and enlightening. His novels functioned as an introduction to history, motivating readers to discover additional information about the past and to value its significance to the present. He demonstrated that history could be both intellectually stimulating and emotionally captivating. Yoshikawa's writing style significantly contributed to the popularization of historical figures and events. His novels brought to life iconic figures from Japanese history, including Miyamoto Musashi, Oda Nobunaga, and Toyotomi Hideyoshi. These characters, previously confined to history books, became household names, known and loved by millions. Yoshikawa's portrayals shaped the popular understanding of Japanese history, influencing how generations of Japanese people viewed their past. Yoshikawa's success in popularizing historical figures stemmed from his ability to humanize them, presenting them as complex individuals with strengths and weaknesses. He portrayed them as flawed human beings who made mistakes and faced difficult choices. This realism made them relatable to readers who could see themselves in their struggles and triumphs. He made these figures accessible, stripping away the layers of myth and legend that had accumulated around them. Yoshikawa's accessible writing style made his novels appealing to a wide range of readers, including those who might typically be interested in history. His use of clear and concise language, skillful pacing, and engaging characters all contributed to the popularity of his works. His novels were widely read in schools and libraries, introducing generations of young people to the wonders of Japanese history. He cultivated a love of history in countless readers, inspiring further study and exploration. Yoshikawa's writing style was a deliberate choice, reflecting his commitment to making history accessible. He understood that the past belongs to everyone, a shared heritage that should be understood and appreciated. His novels attempted to bridge the gap between academic history and popular culture, bringing the stories of the past to a wider audience. He achieved success in this endeavor, producing a body of work that remains widely read and enjoyed. His legacy as a historical novelist stems from his talent for enlivening history, transforming it from an academic subject into a vibrant narrative. Yoshikawa's narratives, expansive in scope and filled with memorable figures, offer a specific perspective on the role of women in Japanese history. Examination of his major works reveals a nuanced portrayal of female characters, reflecting and occasionally subtly questioning the societal expectations of his era. These women actively participate in the unfolding dramas, and their agency is often shaped by the constraints of their historical context. In Musashi, the character of Atsu exemplifies enduring strength and devotion. She embodies resilience, awaiting Musashi's return and offering him support throughout his journey. Her role is defined by her relationship to the male protagonist, a common literary device, and Atsu possesses an inner fortitude that elevates her beyond a romantic interest. She provides Musashi with emotional grounding, a moral compass that guides him through the complexities of his path. Her belief in his potential serves as a catalyst for his transformation. Atsu's strength resides in her ability to endure hardship and maintain her faith in Musashi, even when facing obstacles. Her character highlights the societal expectation of women as supportive figures, and it showcases the power within such a role. Igmi is another significant female character in Musashi, a woman driven by revenge and consumed by a desire to avenge her family. Igmi's motivations diverge from traditional expectations of female behavior. She seeks retribution, employing cunning and manipulation. Igmi's character complements Atsu's gentle nature, illustrating the diverse range of emotions and motivations that can drive women. Igmi's relentless pursuit of vengeance consumes her, resulting in a tragic end. Her fate serves as a cautionary tale, perhaps reflecting societal anxieties about women who defy conventional roles and expectations. Igmi's actions are destructive, and her character adds depth and complexity to the narrative, challenging simplistic notions of female virtue. The tale features numerous female characters who wield influence within the political machinations of the era. Lady Min, Hideyoshi's wife, emerges as a particularly compelling figure. She is depicted as intelligent, resourceful, and politically astute, offering counsel to her husband in navigating the treacherous waters of the court with skill. Her role extends beyond that of a consort. She is a trusted advisor and confidante, playing a crucial role in Hidoshi's rise to power. Lady means a character demonstrates the potential for women to exert influence even within a patriarchal society, highlighting the importance of intelligence and strategic thinking. Her presence in Teiko adds a layer of realism to the historical narrative, acknowledging the contributions of women who often remained behind the scenes. In Yashitsune, the female characters, while often relegated to supporting roles, demonstrate a range of strengths and vulnerabilities. Shizuku, Yashitsune's lover, embodies loyalty and devotion, following him into exile and sharing his hardships. Her unwavering commitment to Yashitsune underscores the societal expectation of female fidelity and highlights the sacrifices that women were often willing to make for the men they loved. The complexities of her situation, torn between loyalty and self-preservation, add depth to her character. Her agency may be limited by her circumstances, and Shizuku's strength lies in her ability to endure adversity and maintain her dignity in the face of hardship. Yoshikawa's portrayals of women can be viewed through the lens of his time. He wrote during a period of significant social change in Japan, as traditional values were challenged by modernization and Western influence. His female characters often reflect this tension, embodying both traditional virtues and a subtle yearning for greater autonomy. They are seldom depicted as purely passive or submissive, possessing instead a quiet strength and resilience that allows them to navigate the constraints of their society. A persistent problem in historical narratives is the limited scope often afforded to female characters. History, as it is traditionally written, tends to focus on the actions of men in positions of power, relegating women to the periphery. Yoshikawa's works, while groundbreaking in their accessibility and popularity, entirely avoid this limitation infrequently. His female characters are often defined by their relationships to male protagonists, their actions primarily motivated by love, loyalty, or revenge. The challenge for any historical novelist lies in balancing historical accuracy with the desire to create compelling and nuanced female characters who transcend stereotypical roles. Yoshikawa attempted to address this challenge by imbuing his female characters with inner strength and resilience, showcasing their ability to exert influence within the confines of their society. While they may be at the forefront of the action infrequently, their presence is felt throughout the narratives, shaping the destinies of the male protagonists and adding depth to the historical landscape. His depictions of women, while possessing limitations, offer a valuable glimpse into the complexities of gender roles in Japanese history and the enduring power of the human spirit. Yoshikawa's approach to portraying women in his historical fiction, while rooted in the social realities of this time, offers moments of profound insight into the complexities of female experience. His characters, whether driven by devotion, ambition, or revenge, contribute significantly to the richness and emotional depth of his narratives. These women are passive figures in the grand sweep of history infrequently. They are active participants, shaping events and influencing the lives of those around them. Their stories, though frequently shaped by societal norms, echo with lasting themes of love, loss, sacrifice, and resilience. Yoshikawa's legacy encompasses masterful storytelling and engaging characters. His works offer a valuable perspective on the social and cultural environment of Japan, allowing readers to see the lives and experiences of women frequently unseen in historical accounts. His portrayals of female characters, while possessing certain constraints, stand as evidence of the lasting ability of women to overcome challenges and influence the world. Yoshikawa's contribution to historical fiction involves humanizing history. He enlivened the past by concentrating on the personal stories of individuals, both male and female, who experienced significant events. His female characters, with their strengths, weaknesses, and intricate motivations, contribute a vital aspect to his narratives, reminding us that history includes battles and political intrigue, and also a tapestry woven from the lives of everyday people. Yoshikawa's exploration of female roles reveals an understanding of the complexities inherent in those roles. He presents women who are both products of their society and individuals endeavoring to rise above its constraints. This sophisticated approach enables readers to connect with his characters more deeply, acknowledging their humanity and valuing their contributions to the historical narrative. Yoshikawa's dedication to historical accuracy, combined with his aspiration to develop compelling and relatable characters, produced a collection of work that continues to connect with readers. His female characters stand as testaments to the lasting ability of women to influence their own destinies, even within the boundaries of a patriarchal society. Their stories, interwoven with the grand narratives of Japanese history, provide a valuable viewpoint on the past and a timeless reflection on the human condition. Yoshikawa's narratives emphasize the inherent difficulty of depicting diverse experiences within a historical context. His works primarily center on prominent male figures and their achievements, and the presence of strong female characters adds depth and complexity to his storytelling. These women function as supportive partners, cunning strategists, or vengeful adversaries, enriching the understanding of the historical period and the multifaceted roles women held. Yoshikawa's female characters, though often within societal limitations, consistently demonstrate resilience and agency in their circumstances. They are active figures who shape their destinies and influence events through actions, decisions, and relationships. This portrayal reflects a deeper understanding of female experience complexities in historical contexts. Yoshikawa's historical fiction reflects the social norms of his time and offers glimpses of female empowerment and resistance. His female characters, though often constrained by societal expectations, demonstrate a capacity for independent thought, strategic action, and unwavering determination. This portrayal contributes to a more complete understanding of the historical period. Yoshikawa's narratives, populated with memorable characters, serve as a testament to his ability to bring history to life. His female characters, though often operating within a patriarchal society, demonstrate strengths and vulnerabilities that resonate with readers across generations. Their stories, interwoven with Japanese history, offer a valuable perspective on the past and a reflection on the human condition. Yoshikawa's work acknowledges the limitations placed upon women in historical narratives and strives to create compelling and relatable female characters who transcend stereotypical roles. He imbues them with inner strength, resilience, and a capacity for independent thought, offering a portrayal of female experience in Japanese history. Yoshikawa's narratives primarily focus on the exploits of male heroes and feature compelling female characters who contribute to the richness and complexity of his stories. These women, often operating within a patriarchal society, demonstrate strengths, vulnerabilities, and motivations that resonate with readers across generations. Their presence adds depth to the historical landscape, reminding us that history is a tapestry woven from the lives of ordinary people. Yoshikawa's approach to historical fiction balances historical accuracy with creative license. His narratives stem from meticulous research and a deep understanding of Japanese history, and he imagines the inner lives and motivations of his characters, both male and female. This approach allows him to create compelling and relatable stories that resonate with readers. Yoshikawa's portrayal of women in his historical fiction reflects a nuanced understanding of the complexities of gender roles in Japanese society. His female characters are active participants in the historical drama, shaping events and influencing the lives of those around them. Their stories, though often constrained by societal expectations, offer a valuable glimpse into the past and a timeless reflection on the human condition. Yoshikawa's narratives focus on the exploits of male figures and feature strong and compelling female characters who contribute significantly to the richness and complexity of his stories. These women, operating within the confines of a patriarchal society, demonstrate a range of strengths, vulnerabilities, and motivations that resonate with readers across generations. Their presence adds depth and nuance to the historical landscape, reminding us that history is a tapestry woven from the lives of ordinary people. Yoshikawa's work challenges simplistic notions of female virtue and highlights the diverse range of emotions and motivations that can drive women. His female characters, whether driven by love, loyalty, or revenge, are complex and multifaceted individuals who defy easy categorization. Their stories add depth and nuance to his historical narratives, reminding us that history is a collection of individual experiences. Yoshikawa's historical fiction reflects the social norms of his time and offers glimpses of female empowerment and resistance. His female characters, though often constrained by societal expectations, demonstrate a capacity for independent thought, strategic action, and unwavering determination. This portrayal contributes to a more complete and nuanced understanding of the historical period. Yoshikawa's narratives, populated with memorable characters, both male and female, stand as a testament to his ability to bring history to life. His female characters, operating within the confines of a patriarchal society, demonstrate a range of strengths and vulnerabilities that resonate with readers across generations. Their stories, interwoven with the grand narratives of Japanese history, offer a valuable perspective on the past and a timeless reflection on the human condition. Yoshikawa's exploration of female roles, constrained by the conventions of his time, demonstrates an awareness of the complexities inherent in those roles. He presents women who are products of their society and individuals striving to transcend its limitations. This nuanced approach allows readers to engage with his characters on a deeper level, recognizing their humanity and appreciating their contributions to the historical narrative. Yoshikawa's female characters, despite their limited agency within a patriarchal society, often exhibit remarkable resilience and inner strength. They navigate the challenges of their time with grace and determination, leaving a lasting impact on the lives of those around them. Their stories, often overlooked in traditional historical accounts, offer a valuable perspective on the past and a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. Yoshikawa's narratives, primarily focused on the actions of male figures, also feature compelling female characters who contribute significantly to the richness and complexity of his stories. These women, operating within the confines of a patriarchal society, demonstrate a range of strengths, vulnerabilities, and motivations that resonate with readers across generations. Their presence adds depth and nuance to the historical landscape, reminding us that history is a tapestry woven from the lives of ordinary people. Yoshikawa's approach to historical fiction involves a delicate balance between historical accuracy and creative license. His narratives are grounded in meticulous research and a deep understanding of Japanese history, and he allows himself the freedom to imagine the inner lives and motivations of his characters, both male and female. This approach allows him to create compelling and relatable stories that resonate with readers on a personal level. Yoshikawa's portrayal of women in his historical fiction reflects a nuanced understanding of the complexities of gender roles in Japanese society. His female characters are individuals shaping events and influencing the lives of those around them. Their stories, though often constrained by societal expectations, offer a valuable glimpse into the past and a timeless reflection on the human condition. Yoshikawa's narratives primarily focus on the exploits of male figures, and they also feature strong and compelling female characters who contribute significantly to the richness and complexity of his stories. These women, operating within the confines of a patriarchal society, demonstrate a range of strengths, vulnerabilities, and motivations that resonate with readers across generations. Their presence adds depth and nuance to the historical landscape, reminding us that history is a record of battles and political intrigue, and a tapestry woven from the lives of ordinary people. Yoshikawa's work challenges simplistic notions of female virtue and highlights the diverse range of emotions and motivations that can drive women. His female characters, whether driven by love, loyalty, or revenge, or complex and multifaceted individuals who defy easy categorization. Their stories add depth and nuance to his historical narratives, reminding us that history is a collection of individual experiences. Yoshikawa's female characters are frequently defined by their relationships with men, and they often possess an inner strength and resilience that allows them to navigate the complexities of their world. They are active agents in their own lives, making choices and taking actions that shape their destinies. This nuanced portrayal adds depth and complexity to Yoshikawa's historical narratives, offering a more complete and accurate representation of the past. Yoshikawa's impact extends far beyond the printed page. His vibrant characters and compelling narratives have proven irresistible to creators in various media, resulting in a multitude of adaptations across film, television, manga, and other formats. These adaptations testify to the enduring power of his storytelling and his ability to connect with audiences across generations. Moving from novel to screen introduces distinct hurdles, particularly with historical fiction. The visual medium calls for a different storytelling approach, involving plot streamlining, narrative compression, and heightened visual emphasis. Adapting Yoshikawa's extensive epics requires thoughtful decisions regarding story aspects to highlight and those to exclude. Central themes and characters frequently endure, though historical context details and Yoshikawa's prose subtleties may disappear during adaptation. Upholding historical accuracy in adaptations is a persistent consideration. Yoshikawa prioritized narrative progression and character growth over strict historical record adherence. Adaptations frequently expand upon these variations, further obscuring the boundary between fiction and reality. This prompts inquiries about creator accountability when presenting historical narratives to a broad audience. Adaptations can aim for historical precision, or entertainment value can take precedence, potentially sacrificing factual accuracy. Yoshikawa's works have received varied treatments concerning the sensitive equilibrium. Certain adaptations strive for relative source material faithfulness, while others embrace considerable creative freedom. Adaptation success frequently hinges on its capacity to capture Yoshikawa's work's spirit, even with textual departures, preserving character essence and underlying story themes, while tailoring the narrative to suit a different medium's requirements, is essential. Consider the adaptation of Musashi, perhaps Yoshikawa's most renowned work. The narrative of the legendary swordsman Miyamoto Musashi has been recounted numerous times in film and television. Adaptations present varied interpretations of the character and his journey. Some versions emphasize action and adventure, highlighting sword fights and battles. Others explore the philosophical and spiritual dimensions of Musashi's life, examining his pursuit of enlightenment and his connection with the martial arts. These adaptations have contributed to Musashi's lasting popularity as a cultural icon, introducing his story to new audiences and preserving his legend across generations. The character's appeal stems from his blend of strength, skill, and a persistent drive for self-improvement. He embodies samurai spirit ideals, while also confronting human nature's complexities. Adapting Taiko presents a distinct set of challenges. This epic saga chronicles the ascendance of Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and Tokugawa Ieyasu, three significant figures in Japanese history. The story's vast scope, encompassing decades of political maneuvering, military operations, and personal narratives, makes condensing it into a single film or television series difficult. Taiko adaptations frequently concentrate on particular periods or characters, rather than attempting a complete narrative. Taiko has been successfully adapted into various forms, including television dramas, stage productions, and video games. These adaptations have aided in popularizing the Sengoku period's history and in vividly portraying these historical figures for a broader audience. The story's appeal resides in its fusion of political intrigue, military tactics, and engaging character analysis. Yoshikawa's influence extends beyond direct adaptations of his works. His approach to historical fiction has shaped the genre in Japan, influencing countless writers and filmmakers. He demonstrated the power of storytelling to bring history to life and to make it relevant to contemporary audiences. His character development, vivid language, and willingness to take liberties with historical facts have become hallmarks of the genre. Many contemporary Japanese historical genres and films owe a debt to Yoshikawa's pioneering work. They follow his example by focusing on individual stories within the larger historical context, by humanizing historical figures, and by exploring the universal themes of love, loss, ambition, and betrayal. Yoshikawa's legacy can be seen in the way that history is presented and interpreted in Japanese popular culture. The enduring appeal of Yoshikawa's characters and stories stems from their ability to resonate with audiences on a deep emotional level. His characters are flawed and complex individuals struggling with the same challenges and dilemmas that people face today. They're driven by a range of motivations, from personal ambition to a desire to serve a greater cause. Their stories remind people of the importance of courage, loyalty, and perseverance. Yoshikawa's works offer a valuable window into Japanese history and culture. They provide insights into the values, beliefs, and customs of different periods in Japanese history. They explore the complexities of Japanese society and the challenges of adapting to a changing world. Through his stories, Yoshikawa helps people understand the past and appreciate the richness and diversity of Japanese culture. Maintaining historical integrity in adaptations remains a subject of ongoing debate. Some individuals advocate for historical precision in adaptations, even at the expense of entertainment. Others contend that adaptations possess the freedom to employ creative interpretation, provided they uphold the essence of the original material. Awareness of the decisions being made and comprehension of their potential effects are crucial. Adaptations of Yoshikawa's works have significantly influenced our comprehension of Japanese history and culture. These adaptations have introduced his narratives to fresh audiences and sustained his legacy across generations. These adaptations offer a worthwhile and captivating avenue for learning about the past. They serve as a reminder that history constitutes a vibrant, evolving narrative that continues to inspire. Yoshikawa's work has undeniably impacted subsequent generations of writers and filmmakers. His influence pervades Japanese historical fiction and continues to shape storytelling and historical understanding. Eiji Yoshikawa's lasting legacy stems from his remarkable capacity to animate Japanese history. He transformed historical figures and pivotal events into compelling narratives that resonated with a wide audience. His talent involved crafting accessible and engaging stories, rendering complex historical subjects understandable and enjoyable for a broad audience. This accessibility has prompted discussion among historians and literary critics. Yoshikawa's historical fiction approach incorporated creative license, prioritizing narrative flow and character development over strict factual adherence. He skillfully integrated historical accounts, folklore, and imaginative interpretations to create narratives that captured an era's essence, even with deviations from documented details. Critics have identified instances where Yoshikawa embellished events, altered timelines, or invented dialogue to enhance the story's dramatic impact. These departures from the historical record have prompted inquiries regarding the dependability of his works as precise depictions of the past. Acknowledging these critiques and approaching Yoshikawa's works with discernment is essential, understanding that they are fictional creations influenced by the author's artistic perspective and the dominant cultural environment of his era. Considering them conclusive historical narratives would misrepresent the intricacies and subtleties of the past. Disregarding Yoshikawa's contributions solely due to historical inaccuracies would be similarly misguided. His novels have been instrumental in promoting Japanese history and culture, stimulating interest in the past among numerous readers. Yoshikawa's talent in developing unforgettable characters and captivating narratives has enthralled audiences for many years. His portrayals of historical figures, including Miyamoto Musashi and Oda Nobunaga, have become deeply embedded in popular culture, influencing how these figures are perceived and comprehended. These representations offer valuable perspectives into the values, convictions, and social interactions of the periods in which these figures existed. Yoshikawa's narratives offer a view into the past, providing insight into the lives and motivations of individuals and influenced Japanese history. Yoshikawa's works have also functioned as an introduction to further investigation of Japanese history and culture. Numerous readers, initially attracted to his novels by their compelling narratives and memorable characters, have subsequently explored the historical record more thoroughly, seeking additional knowledge about the events and figures that Yoshikawa depicted. His works have therefore served as a stimulus for historical investigation, motivating readers to interact with the past more meaningfully. The sustained relevance of Yoshikawa's works in modern Japan demonstrates their lasting appeal and importance. His novels remain widely read and adapted into diverse media formats encompassing film, television, manga, and video games. These adaptations present his stories to new audiences and preserve his legacy for future generations. Yoshikawa explored characters and themes in his novels that continue to hold significance for modern Japanese society, connecting with readers who confront comparable challenges related to identity, allegiance, and the quest for purpose within a swiftly evolving world. Yoshikawa's creations also possess the capacity to connect with a broader global readership, presenting a distinctive viewpoint on Japanese history and culture. As worldwide interest in Japanese history and culture expands, his novels can function as a beneficial asset for individuals aiming to expand their understanding of this captivating and intricate civilization. Through his captivating stories and unforgettable characters, Yoshikawa delivers an engaging introduction to the pivotal occurrences, individuals, and cultural principles that have molded Japanese society. Presenting Yoshikawa's works to international audiences with suitable background and considerations remains vital, emphasizing that his novels represent fictional creations influenced by his individual artistic perspective, and the dominant cultural environment of his era is important. Supplying readers with access to dependable historical materials and scholarly assessments that furnish a more detailed and precise comprehension of history is essential to prevent confusion or incorrect interpretations. Eiji Yoshikawa's contribution to the widespread appreciation of Japanese history and culture remains irrefutable. He demonstrated an exceptional talent for narration and aptitude for converting intricate historical topics into captivating stories that deeply connected with a diverse audience. His works have motivated generations of readers to investigate the past, to discover further details regarding the figures and events that have influenced Japanese society. His novels provide a valuable and approachable starting point into the realm of Japanese history, igniting inquisitiveness and cultivating a more profound respect for the abundance and complexity of this enthralling civilization. His legacy persists as a skilled storyteller who illuminated the past and animated its characters within the hearts and minds of numerous readers.
We really appreciate you tuning into this AI-powered presentation. Our goal is to push the boundaries of AI in content creation, and your input is invaluable. If there's a particular subject you'd like to see us tackle next, or if you have suggestions on how we could fine-tune our AI's creative prompts, please don't hesitate to leave your ideas in the comments section. We're excited to bring you more unique content very soon.